Mr. Ambassador earlier mentioned that he doesn't like to comment on internal matters of the state. He started this discussion by commenting on internal matters of the state, and he once again referred to it several times in his case. I would like to refer to that let us handle our own domestic issues. We will, as we do within our constitution, within our laws, and the mechanisms that are built that would address that. Democracy is not easy. There is voices of people in concern, and we have to address all of our population. We are not a military state, so we cannot take over the government and force an opinion on the people. The people must be brought onto a consensus, and that's a very difficult and time-consuming process. And where people need to see proof, when 20 ton military-grade bomb is dispatched on you, I think the least of the concern on the other side should be, don't complain about it. We have raised our voice, and our voice is so dangerous. I think that's the only complaint. We would be happy to accept that kind of a deal where Pakistan also only has voice and rhetoric to send our way instead of 20 tons of bomb, military-grade equipment, explosives our way. The other is on squeezing space on the Taliban. I would like to address that this ambassador mentioned that they cleared Fatah from those that were a threat to Pakistan. If it has the capability of doing that, how come it doesn't have the capability of clearing the rest of the terrorists that he himself just mentioned now on record, that there is no distinguish between the terrorists? And I would like to also address that the quadrilateral process didn't get derailed because of Mansour's killing. That came much later. It came because suddenly the world found out that Mullah Omar was dead for 2 years and was being pretended. Who was directing the war when he was dead? The other thing is, if the space was so squeezed, I can assume that Pakistani leadership was issued a Pakistani passport, Taliban leadership was issued a Pakistani passport to travel to other countries to continue its trade. If that's what you call squeezing space, then I think we are on very different meanings of how to pressure the irreconcilable.